I read your blog post on the stresses of summer for
stress,
academics,
yes.
and I really appreciated that. I think a lot of times even people with a relative amount of privilege experience stress that is often overlooked. I'm wondering if you could talk a little bit more about summer stress.
Summer stress, as I wrote about, really is one example of a much larger kind of psychological stressor that I think pervades our society, and it's this whole notion that most of us have quite lofty aspirations for what our lives should be and very high expectations for what we should do. And that's particularly true in the summer, especially for academics. Over the summer, we should finish a book. Over the summer, we should have a lovely family vacation where we all hold hands and sing Kumbaya and have a lovely, lovely time. And in actuality, most people will have a quite nice vacation with their family, but old problems will rear their ugly head. And most likely, some academics will finish a chapter or two of their book, but not the whole book. It's because sometimes our dreams are so high and unrealistic, and even in our own lives, we neglect what the realities are. We forget that maybe the child's day camp will be canceled, or the ceiling will cave in one's house and you need to be home repaired. Sometimes we don't think about all those contingencies. So as a society, I think we're very hard on ourselves. We compare ourselves with those at the very top of the heap rather than those in the middle. And all the while, we're not very easy on ourselves by saying sometimes stuff happens and it intervenes between what we hope to achieve and what we do achieve. And we tend to be very self-critical. Our self-esteem can suffer. We can get very stressed if we feel that we're not accomplishing all we want to. And that can be very, very difficult to deal with. And even if it's a good problem to have, or a white line, whatever we want to call these things, even if it feels like a privilege to say, I'm going to finish my book this summer, and I didn't, still the psychic toll can be quite high, especially if we feel we're failing to hit our marks in those areas that's most relevant to our own identities and personalities.